Mikel Arteta admitted Premier League debutants Brentford deserved the shock 2-0 win that left him joint favourite to be the first top-flight boss sacked this season. Sergi Carnos drilled the lively bees in front and Christian Norgard headed a clincher, with new £50 million centre-back Ben White vulnerable in the Gunners' dodgy defensive display. Boss Arteta told the BBC, "I'm disappointed. We started the season against a good opponent. I don't think we deserved anything different. They scored from a long throw in and we didn't have enough presence in the box. The first goal gave them some hope. We wanted to play better in the second half but we need many more shots on target, then we conceded on a set piece. What I can control and help, I'll put all my enthusiasm and work into that." The former Manchester City assistant chief has now shot from 10-1 before Friday night's problem-strewn defeat to 5-1 alongside Watford's Xisco Munoz in the Axe odds. Ladbrokes Alex Aparti said, "Mikel Arteta's sack race odds have been slashed in half after just 90 minutes of football, with the Arteta out fans looking increasingly likely to get their way." Jamie Carragher claims teams will look to play long balls on Ben White's head, after £50 million man's struggles at Brentford. Jamie Carragher has said teams could look to take advantage of Ben White after Arsenal's opening day defeat to Brentford. Goals from Sergi Carnos and Christian Norgard gave the Bees a stunning victory, in a disappointing Premier League debut at the Gunners for Arsenal's £50 million signing. He also admitted he didn't want Liverpool to sign White because he's not tall enough, or good enough in the air. Carragher criticised Arsenal's defending during the game, saying they were weak and bullied by Brentford for their opponent's second goal of the game. It was a disappointing defeat for Mikel Arteta's side, who have tough games coming up against Chelsea and Manchester City. Martin Odegaard could sign for Arsenal in days, with Real Madrid keen to sell, according to reports in Spain. The Norwegian has been left without a squad number as his number 21 shirt has been handed to Rodrigo. Odegaard returned to the Bernabeu after a promising loan spell in North London, hoping to force his way into the first team following the departure of previous manager Zinedine Zidane. But he has also found himself on the fringes of the first team under Carlo Ancelotti during pre-season, with his worst fears now compounded by not being registered. Arsenal are still monitoring Odegaard and would love to bring him back to the Emirates despite being linked with James Maddison, though Real Madrid will not permit a loan this time and a £42.5 million fee, with a buyback clause, may be required. It was a tough first night for the Gunners in their opening Premier League fixture of the new season, crashing to a 2-0 defeat against new boys Brentford. Arsenal are very difficult to attack in the match when the number 10 shirt is still too big for Emile Smith-Rowe. Therefore, Mikel Arteta will take action quickly to buy Martin Odegaard in the next few days. Joe Willock has joined Newcastle from Arsenal following a £25 million deal. Joe Willock has arrived at the Newcastle United training ground to complete his medical and finalise his transfer from Arsenal. Willock will wear the number 28 shirt for Newcastle United, and the attacking midfielder could train with the squad on Friday. Newcastle are trying to complete the deal by noon and have him registered for their Premier League opener against West Ham. Willock has put pen to paper on a 6-year deal with the Magpies following an impressive loan stint during the second half of last season. Scoring 7 goals in 7 matches to help Steve Bruce's side climb away from the relegation zone and eventually finish 12th. The midfielder was manager Steve Bruce's top transfer target, and that is why he insisted on splashing the cash. Arsenal willing to listen to offers for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Despite predicting his club would conduct an unprecedented overhaul of its squad back in March, Mikel Arteta has been able to bring in just 3 new players this summer, and only one, Ben White, is worth £50 million. The returns of Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli will provide Arteta with some fresh options, but the decline of skipper Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang represents a significant worry. Aubameyang failed to score during Arsenal's 5 pre-season matches and again looked frustrated, stationed out on the left wing during last Sunday's defeat against Spurs. The 32-year-old looks a shadow of the player who fired the Gunners to FA Cup glory little over 12 months ago, and, according to The Times, Arsenal would now be willing to listen to offers for a player whose decision to sign a new long-term contract was met with widespread jubilation last summer. Interest, however, in a player who scored just once in his final 11 games of last season is likely to be severely limited, especially given his near £300,000 a week wages. Arsenal, too, are looking to offload Alexandre Lacazette, who has entered the final year of his contract, and maintain an interest in Tammy Abraham, who looks likely to be forced out of Stamford Bridge as a consequence of Lukaku's return. Mikel Arteta admits Willian has failed to live up to expectations and there is a chance he could leave Arsenal before the summer transfer window closes. The Gunners signed Willian on a free transfer after his contract with Chelsea expired at the end of the 2019-20 campaign, and the 33-year-old started last term promisingly, registering a pair of assists on his debut against Fulham. But the veteran Brazilian badly struggled to maintain his form across a largely underwhelming season, scoring just one goal as Arteta's men finished outside the European qualification places down in 8th. Asked whether the Brazil international could leave, he responded, "I don't know. He's our player. There's a chance with any player that anything can happen in this market. He's our player right now, and our focus with any player that is in our team is to make him better and help fill the potential that he has, individually, to bring it to the collective unit." Willian, a two-time Premier League winner with Chelsea, has 2 years remaining on his current contract in North London. Recent reports suggested the forward was attracting interest from MLS clubs, but Arsenal are struggling to offload him due to his huge wage demands.
If you like the video, like, share.